My name is Paul Austin. I run Play Marin. It's a nonprofit right here in Marin City. It's all about creating more diversity through play and activity. What is my role into this here? I assist the young people. So it all started with a text to me on Friday night, like, Paul, is there anything going on? Are we gonna protest? Are we gonna march? And because I'm connected with the young folks, they knew who to call. So then from there, I just reached out to a couple of my college grad, Ayana.
Hi, my name is Ayana Morgan Wooder, and I am one of the organizers for this peaceful protest here in Marin City. We are here wanting to start a conversation on the focus of not only what has been done to us, but what we can do as people to really come together in solidarity and actually try to change the future based on our own actions with the help of our allies. The connection to this area is that I've lived here my whole entire life. I'm 21 years old. I'll be 22 in 2 days. But my family has been here for generations. I want to say about 4 generations now. We pretty much kept the same house that I live in today is the same house that we pretty much passed down in generations. And so Marin City definitely has a special place in my heart, because I know this is where I ultimately want to end my career here. As in, when I retire, I want to come back to Marin City. But if there's no Marin City to come back to, that's what's hurting me the most. Just the thought of that. And so that's why I'm doing the work now. And I hope to just help us realize that unity is the way to go. The conversations are the way to go. Holding people accountable is the way to go. And so, yes.
Barry Axius, BERYACCIUS. Again, Barry Axius, community activist in Sacramento, Voice of the Youth founder, and I just came down here to lay down some powerful foundation for our people in Marin. My brother Paul called me up and said, brother, we are representing, and we are representing correctly, and this is what we're representing right now.
That's right.
Get that right. Get that right.
Our voice, our movement.
Our voice, our movement.
And what has your experience as a black man been in Marin County?
Oh man, it's hectic. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed to grow up though with a mother who was an activist. She taught me so much on how to maneuver at an early age here in Marin County. Let me know that there was ways I had to code switch, learn how to code switch. I learned how to build relationships really fast. You know, here in Marin City, and when you graduate from when you graduate from 8th grade and you're coming from Marin City, it's probably about 15, 20 of you guys. You then enter in Tamalpais High School, which is 4 miles down the way, and you become 4% of the population. So you instantly go to classes and you be like, oh, I don't know anybody in this class. So you have to figure out a way to adapt. Now, I learned early on that being a true leader and just having leadership would just take me a little bit further, because they looked at the high school for people of color to lead. And so I'm trying to let my young folks know that it's in them, it's instilled in them for them to lead. And so hopefully they'll take it to the next level.
And what would you say your experience as a black woman has been in Marin City, Marin County, and what do you want to see different when you move back here as an adult?
Well, because I am a graduating senior, I'm actually going to be here probably until I find my next step. But my next step, I am planning to go to law school in 2021. As a black woman in Marin City, I feel supported, I feel loved. Every time I'm given a task, I make sure I do it because it's for the lives of Marin City. But in Marin County, even though I'm raised up with love and humility, I don't get the same in return. And I went to a school that was predominantly white. I stuck out like a sore thumb, and I felt as though I was the token child. I felt like I was the statistic to make their school diverse. And not to throw shade, but to know that they instill something in me that I can help change my community. That's where I want to be. And sometimes Marin doesn't understand that to be a black woman is to have to continue to be strong for everybody else. we always have to be strong for somebody else. There's never a how are you, black woman. There's always black woman, why are they like this, etc. So yes,
It's a really good.
I like to keep my composure.
I think for me, coming down here, living in Marin when I was in my teenage years, it's important for me to help with my brothers and my sisters that are laying down foundation of all the things that are happening globally. It was like a local thing. It became a national thing. That was a global uprising. And we all have to be on the same accord, the same page. Create the agenda, create the demands, create the ask, create the change. And I feel like if we don't connect, I want people to see what connection looks like. After the rage, after the anger, we now have to get down to business. We have to think about strategy over emotion. Let the emotions go, because emotions we need, but now let's strategize. So when I got with my brother and he called me, said, I need you out here, I said, say less, be here. And this was a homecoming. This is the first time in a long time that I was able to speak here in Marin, and it's a blessing because I am a product of this. And to be a product of this and now to be polished and folks can see who I used to be and who I am now, it's like, whoa. And that shows that change can be, and we can be the change. So it's, to me, it's about, do we want change? That's the true question. Are we really to sacrifice, take away some of that privilege, take around some of those ideas and those attitudes about certain things and certain people that we don't like, or we're afraid of, or we're in fear of? Are we ready? Are we truly ready to step into an idea of change? And not just the idea, but the action of it. Because I think we've played around with the idea for so long that we don't even know how to move into the action, because the action is so uncomfortable. And we wanted here to make everyone, black, white, Asian, Middle Eastern, uncomfortable, inconvenienced, because we're talking about the same thing. It's deeper than George Floyd. It's deeper than Breonna Taylor. It's deeper than all the dead bodies. It's about a system of white supremacy that has oppressed the have-nots, to have the haves have too much, and now they're losing the grip. So this uprising, this righteous rebellion is so important in this moment in time. So we really want to make sure that folks focus on the actual reason why we're here. That's this system of white supremacy. Nothing more, nothing less. It must be dismantled. And if it's the capitalist stores that take a beating. See, the thing about a property can be rebuilt, refurnished, come back better. The thing about a body, when you die, you don't come back. I have never seen one person die, be in a casket, then rise. I'm still waiting for that time. So the reality is, this is not about property. This is about people. People that have been oppressed. We've gone through this for too long. We're beyond tired. We've had enough. We've learned hate. We've learned violence from you, white America. The only thing that we haven't done is gain revenge. But now here is our revenge. Our revenge is now the people stand with us. Our revenge is now the people understand. If it is not us that stands by the liberation of black people, it will be us that will be the next ones to go. So my black friends, my white friends, my Asians, my Latinos, my women, my men, let us all stand together. Let's really be the hashtag they said in COVID-19, we're all in this together. Because if you're not fed up with what's going on to black people in America, we not friends and we don't need to talk. But if you are, stand with me, stand with us. Be the change, dismantle this system. Everything that's happening, though it's unfortunate, it is necessary. The genocide must stop. This system must end.
And what's next?
What's next is, let's see what's gonna happen from here, right? Like I put it out there to people to attach themselves to different organizations, right? Like to not let this message die today. Marin County has an obligation to help Marin City. Marin City, we're unincorporated, so we don't have like a local government. All of our tax dollars go to the county, and they don't come back the way that they go. So we always stay in this state of, can I have? You know what I mean? It's like asking the master for some money, especially from the nonprofit angle. So what we do now, in the way that I explored the nonprofit angle, is no, we bypass the county and we go straight to individuals that have and that's willing to give, because they really want to see Marin City succeed. And so it's just a different way of doing things than what I saw growing up. And so some of the systems are truly broken that needs to be fixed. Law enforcement, they constantly cycle in every 3 years. That needs to be done. We can never build relationships like that. Like if every 3 years you get new friends, then how are you gonna build relationships? Education system, they're working on it here now, the K through 8. TAM is doing a much better job. But it's still a lot that needs to be done. We need to look at some of the issues around character development and programs in general here in Marin City that we just don't have because of funding, right? Where, the affluent communities, they have it. I look at, one of my big pushes is facility usage. You look at this park, it's horrible. You go to Mill Valley, they got wonderful parks. We have 2 opportunities for recreational activities here in Marin City. We have one gym that's like 70 years old, right? It's old. It looks old. It feels old. And then we have Rocky Graham. Rocky Graham is nice. It's about 15 years old. It is a nice park. But you got to look at that. It's just not fair. It doesn't even up because, right next to us, they have 16 places for outdoor and indoor activities. Like, come on, man. So the thing that I look at is like, the playing field would never be balanced, but how do we start working towards it a little bit, right? And so it's just drawing the light on some of the issues that's going on here in Marin City. Like, we just can't turn a blind eye to it anymore.
And speaking directly to those people that have the money and have the power to make a change, but don't know what to do, what should they do?
They can reach out to me. Reach out to Play Marin. I'm Paul Austin, P. Austin at playmarin.org. However they want to give, I can help them connect. I'm a connector. I'm not greedy. You know what I mean? I work with all the organizations here. And so that's what I do. You know what I mean? I've been blessed to be put in this position, and I felt like I was groomed for it. So here we go.